So I have a problem on my hands, and that is I've paid a developer to put the obscure game Drop Down Solitaire Poker on Board Game Arena. And the issue that we're having is you can play this game solitaire in the real world with a deck of cards, but to play it properly in a competitive way, you need a extra person. I say an extra person because a two-player game you're going to need three people. In a multiplayer game, you're going to need X plus one. So let's say you have four players, you'll need a fifth person to act as referee and to do an extraordinarily thankless and monotonous job of matching each deck of cards to the first shuffle. And that's just monotonous to do, takes forever. You're not going to play this game in the real world properly. So this is a game that you really need to play in cyberspace where you can duplicate a card shuffle with a computer and both players and all players really are able to play the exact same puzzle. And that's what we have with Drop Down Solitaire Poker. It is similar to the Sega Game Gear title from 1991 known as Poker Solitaire. You have the gravity drain rule, which any card that you pick from any of the draw piles, you have four draw piles. It must go to the very bottom row. If there's already a card on that very bottom space, you'll stack on top of it. But basically, he's got that connect four rule where if you place a card, it has to go to the bottom. It's not free placing like most solitaire pokers are. This is a very much a game that requires a lot more challenge, and it was a game that I loved for the Game Gear. There's one hidden joker in there. We did alter the scoring, so it is a different game than the Sega Game Gear game, and that is we've made the Royal Straight Flush a higher value than it was in the Sega Game Gear version. In this version, the Royal Straight Flush is a harder poker hand to acquire, so we've made it the highest value poker hand, followed by the five of a kind. Um, Something about it's just more difficult to do. So basically, right now, the problem we're having, we're not getting a lot of people playing this game, and it's mostly because of its obscurity. And I'm trying to find players to play it. The game 101 in Board Game Arena is very similar, except that there's interaction between the two players in that you're able to glean information, and the deck is a special deck with five suits and two values on each card that could be used on either value of the card. This one, you're getting the exact same puzzle for each player, so it's different than 101. It's a different skill set. And I think it's just a much better game, which is why I wanted to produce it for Board Game Arena. But the thing is, I need more people to play it. So if you're on Board Game Arena, you don't have permission yet to play this game, send me a message. This is the profile you send a message to on Board Game Arena, and I'll add you to the list of approved players so you can play this. My goal is to get more people playing it. If we get enough example games, we can fix any problems that might arise. Right now, at the time of this filming, I think there's only 27 examples of this game being played, and I need more than that. So if you'd like to play this game, just send me a message, and I'll add you to the approved list of players. But that's what the issue we're having right now is there's just not enough people playing this game. And it's a game that's perfect for turn-based gaming in that even when you play this live, there's no interaction between the players. You do not get to see any more of the grid than what you're seeing on your own screen. The other player has the exact same shuffle. And also you're able to toggle the information. Right now, we use the roll of a dice to determine how many cards would be visible from the four play piles. In this case, a 5 rolled, so 5 cards are visible. But if a 1 was to roll, we'd get only 1 card. If a 2 was to roll, we'd get 2. If 3, we'd get 3. 4, we'd get 4. But if you roll a 6, you'd get no cards, and it's a complete mystery. And so both players will have the same exact shuffle, and that'll be an interesting game. So if you want to play this, send me a message. I'll add you. But thanks for helping me out.